It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. It's all about balance. That's what this is about. So thank you, Miss Belinda, Sister Teresa, and Melissa. Thank y'all so much. So y'all go ahead and turn to page 255. We did not get to the guide chapter last week, so we will do it tonight. We should go through this pretty fast. We've only got a few chapters to run through, so it won't take very long. I've got some quizzes in the back. I don't really have any like quizzes that we have to do together, just something you can take home, and we'll go through it, but you'll understand it later when you get home and you look at it. It's not anything that you'll need my help with. So, the True Healthy Mama principles work wonderfully for men. My husband lost like 30 plus pounds with True Healthy Mama, but of course he lost it faster than me, and he can eat more than me. I know, it's sad, but it's true. They can. He enjoyed eating his food, but I made sure I fed him plenty. But he did stay hungry. I will have to admit now, he did stay hungry. So he had his protein with it. And because we love our S meals, that's lots of fat, right? He always had almonds on hand. That was what kept him going when he got hungry. He keep it in his car because he is an insurance agent, so he could just go and grab some nuts. Now, did he, do it every 2.5 to 3 hours? Maybe not. But he did lose 30 pounds, the healthy way. And he felt better coming out of sugar. And he also realized coming out of sugar was also his culprit for joint aches and sinus infections. He realized his sugar what caused the inflammation in his body. Also coming off of milk, but we don't do a whole lot of milk drinking anymore either. He realized milk was also a big culprit there. So coming off of sugar and coming off of milk. But what does milk have in it? Sugar. Milk does have protein, but it does have sugar too.
And it has fat, right? It has fat too, right?
It has fat unless you get skim milk or 1% milk. The whole milk, I don't know how much fat it has in it. I know it tastes good, but it's got a lot of fat in it. Y'all remember how it's like going through the door, how that one person at a time, and our body just needs only one fuel at a time? Because this is the guy chapter, I'm going to give you an analogy of what a guy thought about the one fuel at a time. He thought about it as gas or diesel. He said he would put gas in his car and he would put diesel in his truck. So that's how he differentiated between the two fuels. I thought about the door and the guy thought about the gas, of course, right? I would have never thought about the gas. But that's really good, and that's the thing I can think about as well. If you put diesel in a car, it's going to destroy it, isn't it? Well, that's the same thing about our fuels. Unless we're ready to use both fuels, both carbs and fat, then we know we're not going to achieve our weight loss as fast that we want to. But for them to enjoy True Healthy Mama, they have to have all this hearty goodness like steak, meatloaf, chili, hamburgers, and pizzas. And that sounds like your guy. I know that's my guy. That he loves that kind of stuff. You can fill them up. You can fill up your guy with True Healthy Mama, but you may have to experiment a little bit to find out what he does like. I was blessed to have a husband that enjoyed S meal because that's what I like too. Extra fatty meals, lower carb, but higher fat. So for your guy to feel satisfied and full, he's probably going to need a larger load than we do, and that we need right now. And we're created with more muscles, so they require more fuel that needs to be burned. He'll probably eat twice as much as you at meal times, and that's perfect example with my husband. Although now that he's a little bit older, he's not eating as much as he used to. Do y'all notice that with y'all's husband? They don't eat like they used to when they were younger. Our husbands can also handle crossovers much better than we can. His crossover will probably look a little bit more cross than ours. And remember, crossovers is whenever your carbs are at 45, but your fat can go up anywhere between, 10, 20, maybe even 25 your fat. That's your crossover. Your ease is where your carbs are 45 and your fat stay at 5 or to 10 at the most. But your crossovers have just a little bit more healthy fats. Where we're able to handle a sweet potato, one small sweet potato, your husband or significant other wouldn't be able to handle probably a large sweet potato. That's the difference between men and women. Like we can have 3/4 of a cup of brown rice or quinoa or oatmeal. Our husbands probably have to a cup and 1/4. They can just handle more of that carb load than we can. But if you meal, what you gotta have with it? Protein. Always ask yourself, what is my protein? That's like in this smoothie. Sweet almond milk, it has protein in it. Peanut butter, it has, protein in it. So, it's going. So always ask yourself, what is my protein? So when I'm throwing that smoothie together, I'm like, okay, where's my protein? And it's in the peanut butter and the unsweet almond milk. He should be losing weight. Hey there, ladies. Don't forget to eat your wheat flour and clover, okay? The clover has everything in it. Also over here is
This is just my daughter. I came straight from this almost.
there is a smoothie over here, okay? If you want to try some peanut butter and chocolate fruit. I said your husband, he should be losing weight, but if he's not, he's at least getting healthier. Even if he's not losing weight, but he should be losing weight. And what's more important that he's getting healthier? We know that. We the guys out there. Amy, with this, y'all do not let him forget to give Amy your ticket, okay? Because there's our door prize over there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There's our door prize. The sister does suggest that if he is type 2 diabetic or he is insulin resistant, that he may need to stay closer to the 45 carbs, okay? That is a suggestion that they make. Also, but you know how we have to play with it and tweak it a little bit. Be sure to finish filling out this plate with more protein and more starchy veggies if that is the case. Because that's where he'll need his protein, and those non-starchy veggies are going to be lower in carbs. Because that, if he needs to keep his carbs lower to 45, then you need to fill them up with broccoli, cauliflower, green beans, cabbage, those type of vegetables. What if your husband is not thrilled or interested in joining you in this journey? Any husbands here not thrilled about it? Mine was fine. Melissa's figured out how to tweak this. So if he's not thrilled about it, what do? If he isn't interested in it, then you do it for yourself. That's the answer. You do it for yourself. So let your progress speak volume. Let your progress show the work that you put into it. Tell him that you will be making more healthy meals for his foreman, and that you want to get his feedback because you want him to be involved. Don't nag him about it, but actually include him in his opinion. That way it matters to you, it matters to him as well. Over time, this might actually appeal to him. You never know. Not to mention, he will see your progress and he will see you gaining your health and also your renewed energy. And how many of y'all have said that you feel better doing this? You feel it almost instantly. You feel better. So I would lean more towards S-meal to introduce your husband to this new way of eating. Those S-meals, those low carb, high fat meals. Go to True Healthy Mama's site and look for the recipe cheeseburger pie. And it's still on there. But this book was from 2015. Now, cheeseburger pie is still on there. So if you want to introduce it to True Healthy Mama recipe, start with that one. That's a good one to go with. Cheeseburger pie. Add a Zach salad or whatever veggies you like, non-starchy veggies, and go from there. See how he enjoys it. See how he likes these egg meals. But now, if he's a soup person, then you're going to be fine with an email. Just like this soup right here that Miss Mary let me try. It has ground beef in it, it has coleslaw in it, but because it's the email, what makes an email was the beans that I added to it. I didn't add any rice, but I did add beans to it, so it was delicious. I told Miss Mary I was going to bring some if I had leftovers, and I made 2 helpings of it, 2 beets. I doubled it basically. I had none to bring because my boys loved it. So, S-meal, email, but I would suggest trying S-meal first. Alright, so now we're ready to move on to part 4, True Healthy and Beyond. Okay, turn to page 263, chapter 29, let's talk exercise. Alright, so what is the sister's take on exercise? What do y'all think? They want to exercise, yes, but this is what they say. Not to start exercise until you get the eating thing down first. They want to learn how to do the plan first. At least for the first week or 2, or even a learn how to eat properly. Because you may not have the energy, right? When you first started, did you have as much energy as you have now? No. So they say learn it, start working the plan, and then when you start having a little bit of energy, get out and start exercising. A nice stroll is good to start out with. Weight loss can happen with or without exercise. I stay where I'm at. If I exercise a little bit more, I might well be a little bit, leaner. But I stay where I'm at because I barely exercise. That's something to think about. Allow your body time to heal and become nourished. Then in time, your energy levels will pick up and you'll be able to start moving. You're going to start moving when you start feeling like it. But the sisters do want you to get up and take that nice little stroll around your neighborhood. Get out there with your husband, maybe people on to your significant other. They don't consider strolls to be physical exercise, though. They did say that. That's just nice to get out there and get some breath of fresh air, get the cardio rolling a little bit. They do suggest training sessions for 30 minutes, though. No more than 30 minutes once you start really training, but not too hard and not too fast to start with. They just want you to get out, enjoy your walk in the fresh air, and then throw in some hiking too if you feel like it. If you got some hills around your place, start, getting a little bit more active. And when you're ready, exercise to be fun, fast, and practical, but not torture. Don't want to do that. They don't want you to overdo it. They don't want you overdoing your adrenals. The sisters actually created an exercise system called True Healthy Workouts. And if you'll notice on your notes, right here. On your notes, I actually put that exercise on there. I think it'd be easier for me to type it in than for me trying to tell you. It's cost $60 for this exercise kit. It comes with 9 DVDs, exercise loops, bands and tubes, exercise doorstop, feminine fit booklet, and lasts for 20 minutes. Work is focused on rebuilding your body from the inner core out. There's 3 settings. You got gentle, steady, and thrilled, and you set your own pace. It's all about keeping it simple, keeping it sane. Did y'all see it? Okay. It's on that front page there. That's it. Okay, go ahead and turn over to chapter 30, page 269. I know I'm running through it fast, but we already covered the majority of it. We're just kind of catching up, seeing how we're going to do True Healthy Mama life. We know how to eat for healthy toned skin. We've learned that over the last 4 weeks. But what do we put on it? The sisters give us a challenge to rise to. They said whatever we put on our skin, it should not be anything that cannot actually be ate. That's a tall order to fill. Because if you'll look, I added on there all these harmful ingredients that come in your hair and skin products. So that's the reason why they're saying if you can't eat it, probably don't need to put it on your skin. So I've got to start looking around and checking and see what I'm putting on my body if it's got these chemicals that it's talking about. We know that a few toxins we absorb better. But even many so-called natural products contain chemicals such as parabens. The list on your notes is a list of harmful ingredients in most hair and skin products. And I went through all that list for you. So according to the sisters, it takes years for some of these chemicals to break down once they are absorbed through your skin. I did not realize that. So antiperspirant contains aluminum, which causes carcinogen. So that's something that we all need to be looking at. So from now on, I know I'm going to make wiser choices.
So vegetable oils is not.
That's what they say. They didn't go into much detail, but if you think about it, if you're doing True Healthy Mama, you've done away with vegetable oil. All we're doing is what? Healthy fat. We're doing coconut oil, MCT oil, we're doing butter, and we're doing olive oil. So we're not even consuming any more vegetable oil if we do it in True Healthy Mama way. So therefore,
I'm gonna try,
Yeah. Avocado oils too.
avocado oil, yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna try, the MCT oil on my hair.
MCT oil?
Yes, having natural hair, so there are certain oils, and most of them that you're thinking about that I use on my hair, you can consume like olive oil,
Mhm.
like, yeah. So most of them I use on my hair.
So there you go, yeah. So it's just something, this chapter is to inform us, okay? Also making better and wiser decisions. I know I use Mary Kay products, so hopefully their products are safe. But I don't buy their hairspray, I don't buy their shampoo. So we just have to make wise decisions and the best choices at the time. But if we're doing the Kentucky Mom Plan, we are already on our way to healthier skin, right? We just talked about it. Our acne is going to start clearing up, blotches is going to start getting better. They say go to say preventing blood sugar spikes is more important than any skin cream you will purchase. Let me try to read that again. They go on to say preventing blood sugar spikes is more important than any skin cream you will purchase. So I'm not going to get rid of your moisturizer, but I'm still going to use my moisturizer. But they are saying if you keep your blood sugar from spiking, that is going to help your skin already.
I don't use.
And I'm going to use your moisturizer day and night. That's good for you. Collagen gives us skin firmness, all right? We know that. But as we age, we start losing that collagen. And without that collagen, we start getting these fine lines and wrinkles. So eating food rich in gelatin, that's where your stock comes from. What is that called? Is it two words for that? Or just the one word stock? Chicken stock or chicken?
Chicken stock. Well, it's chicken stock, beef stock.
Yeah. So it's got that gelatin in it that's good, that produces the extra collagen in your body. Bye, y'all say it with me, okay? Oh, bye-bye. So gelatin comes from chicken stock that you actually roll on your stove top, and Melissa's done it. So it's got a lot of good stuff in it. You can we'll talk about it later. Or you can go out and you can buy collagen and put it in your coffee or put it in your tea. That's what I do. I go out and buy the collagen. That helps reduce your fine lines and your wrinkles. Your collagen does. Is it perfect? No. I still have wrinkles.
What brand of collagen were you talking about the other day? That you said was
Great Lakes.
Great Lakes.
high protein.
Amazon.
Great Lakes.
Yeah.
I love Great Lakes, but now my husband gets it from Puritan Pride, and it's not Great Lakes. It's still good. It's still dissolved in hot and cold, but I just personally love Great Lakes.
Yeah. Great Lakes, it's like a kosher kind.
So it's pure.
Yeah.
Okay.
How important is it to use collagen? How important is it?
To have collagen, I will tell you this much. It is so important. I remember when I fell back in 2015, I fell hard. I'm not going to go to the emergency room, but I fell forward onto cement and I felt that pain go all the way up my arm. It made me so sick on my stomach. I went to the emergency room. I really thought I broke something. I did not, but I hurt for weeks and a few months up in this shoulder. I started taking collagen, and before I realized it, the pain was gone, so it was really good for joint pain as well as your skin. So yes.
We use it in wound care.
It would.
In wound care, we use collagen in a lot of the wounds.
Yeah.
They're in like some of our dressings that we use, and then there's also like Santil. It's a prescription. It's collagen based, and we use it for wound care.
Because I think it helps with those connective tissues and start rebuilding.
Yeah, it helps rebuild and renew your tissues.
Well, I think my skin is pretty good, right?
I think it is too.
Excellent.
So do you,
But now my skin was a lot plumper, but then when I lost all my weight, then it started sagging.
You're gonna want your collagen to keep your elasticity so that as you get older, things don't go south faster.
Kind of already drew.
So I do try to consume healthy fats. So I try to do everything I do, collagen and all my healthy fats to try to regain my elasticity. It's not going to come back like it was before all the weight loss.
so what foods have collagen in it? So like gelatin, like you said?
The gelatin, just gelatin, I think has collagen in it. The stock though that you make on your own, I think that's the best way to go because it's got all of that in the bone, like
Yeah.
collagen that's in the bone. I can't tell you what all is in it because I've never done it. I've never cooked it up, but now Melissa can tell us. Anybody can tell us all about
Well,
it.
Wayne cooks bone broth.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, they sell the chicken bone.
Hey, if you just get a take all the meat off, put the skin and the bones in them, and add water and vegetables. Just do that, cook it down, and that makes it good. And then you strain it all off. You strain it, what you left is your.
I got a rotisserie chicken in the refrigerator.
Yeah. So like, we just keep the bone, we just keep them and put them in the freezer. So that when we cook something, we put it in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? So we put all the bones together, and then once he gets a big stock pot, he makes the whole thing up.
Do y'all blanch your bones? Do you roast your bones before you?
I don't know if he does this.
Okay.
I'm not the cooker in the family.
Oh, that's interesting.
He is all, he does it.
Can you do a fried chicken?
I don't know, you can ask him, but I don't know. I just know he's done it with the rotisserie.
I would say no, because you got
Because of the
additives
oil, right.
from the oil. You're wanting pure marrow, so yeah.
Then how you can.
Now you got it, just need it, all right.
Just drain it, and then when it cools, it congeals. I do know that, like, we had a cow butcher, and Mike told butcher, he wanted all the bones
Yeah.
to do the bone broth. So we kind of jailed.
Oh, yeah.
See, I've known in the rotisserie chicken, when you put it in the refrigerator, it kind of gels.
Yes, so
So,
that's
yeah.
what you, that's kind of what the collagen or the bone marrow will like broth.
Interesting.
So you can take it and just drink it, because that's what we do when we're sick. We put it in like a coffee cup, heat it in the microwave, and drink it.
Yeah, because when the virus came out, that was a big thing. They recommended
Oh, yeah.
chicken bones, some kind of bone, bone broth at Walmart.
And they've got a recipe in the book for the bone broth to add the spices and everything
Yeah,
else
it's
to it.
really good for you.
Bone broth, that's what I was trying to think of, bone broth, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's doable. I can do that.
And
Yeah.
if you do it the natural way, it's just gonna be better for you, but they do have it where you can't purchase it.
Yeah.
I just have a house, but I mean, a lot of your internet fasting people do a lot of bone broth.
He just likes to cook with it and stuff like that. It's not like he said, oh, maybe needs collagen, we need this, you know.
Well, you,
Yeah, I
you
do
like cook a lot with it. Like I'm gonna make some broccoli and chicken casserole. So I boil my chicken and get the broth or the liquid off there. I don't like adding soup. I don't like adding canned soup because of the salt and sodium.
Yeah, 'cause even when we make chicken and stuff, I mean, rice and things like that, we don't use water, we use broth
Yeah.
to add to our rice and stuff. To add to it.
Learn something new all the time.
But I like
I learned a lot of new things.
But I like the collagen with the bullet coffee. You got me cooking on that. With the bullet coffee, because that's like a meal. I can drink it on it when I'm like at work. That considers so that's why I like the collagen, because I can add it to that, and then that's a meal.
Alright, so if you also, Trim Healthy Mama has a natural skin and from Carolina, if you go to trimhealthymama.com and you can click on Trim Healthy Mama Naturals and you can look for their skin lineup. So it's going to be free of all these ingredients that they are saying harmful for us. Alright, so go ahead and turn over to page 273, chapter 31. Balance is beautiful. Alright, can you believe it? We're almost to the end of the book. This is what, next to last chapter? And what have we learned so far? Just gonna pull out just a few things, there's just so much. We have talked about finding balance without losing food freedom. Not to focus on the scales, but to focus on our NFVs, which is non-scale victories. To take it one meal at a time, one day at a time, and spacing our meals about 3 hours apart. No food group has been left out. We include every one of them, from fruit down to our grains, to our fats, to our, just complex parts in general. How they can go gain health and vitality, energy. You'll walk this journey with confidence because you've invested the time and you put energy into learning this plan. You will tweak the plan to fit your own lifestyle. Not one size fits all, remember that? The two solutions to losing weight are in your book. Keep on reading. Study this book like I have. Oh my gosh, I learned so much more about actually studying it. Really sitting down and studying it. And what has been my logo or my saying the whole time? Keep it simple, keep it sane. I believe that. This chapter is all about balance. on the internet over the last couple of years or so, maybe 3 or 4, is beware or avoid, right? You see this all the time. The sister shared how that they don't want us to get caught up in these unstable tangents or fads or any rabbit trail. They don't want us going down that road. They don't want this to steal our joy. The sister wants to be able to sit down and enjoy a wholesome meal without worrying if some disease is going to take us out because we chewed something or we swallowed it that was labeled as bad or void or beware, okay? What are we going to do? We're going to use good common sense, aren't we? We're smart people. We're going to use good common sense. So don't be overly obsessed or worried if we're just a little bit of bacteria. A little bit. How many of our grandkids, or not my grandkids, I don't know, but our grandparents came from a time when they only made once a week. You know? I can't imagine that, but we know that, and they survived. They did just like, I never forget, I read one time where this guy came back, either from World War I or World War II. I can't remember which time it was. And they didn't bathe but every so often. But he said, I know if I go home and I start bathing more often, he said, it's going to kill me. Because he done labored himself, he done prepared his body with all the germs and the diseases. And he said, now I'm going to wash it all away. That's the way he felt when he came home from the war. Because they didn't get a chance to bathe. So just think about that. We're going to use good common sense. We're going to do our best to keep healthy food choices in mind. And what we can't control, what we're going to do? We're going to let God take care of it. That's what we're going to do. There's so much more in this chapter. It's a little bit sciencey, so read it when you're ready to, okay? I'm not even going to try to explain everything that's in this chapter, okay? Y'all just go ahead and read it on your own and take it in and ingest it. If you have any questions, call Melissa. She's my go-to girl. Last chapter, turn to page 294, chapter 32, get connected. So this chapter is all about staying connected. And I want you to stay connected with me, okay? I want to hear about y'all's stories. Encouragement and True Healthy Mama community will help you stay on track. Y'all, get on True Healthy Mama. Become a part of the Facebook group. I know Jerry is. She is commenting. Get on there and tell your story. Go back and look at it 7 years later and you'll think, oh my God, look where I've come. Look where I'm at.
Seeing the people before and after.
Yes.
It's so encouraging.
It is so encouraging. I know that, not to mention having good friends, a husband and family that supported me, but staying connected with True Healthy Mom. When I didn't have to take care of my students, I was always on my phone. I shouldn't have been, but I was. That's before cameras had me with the classroom. Now you can't get over. So yeah, I stay connected, by looking at all the motivational comments and people's experiences. And see, you may have a question. All you gotta do is just go put in that question in the search button, and it's gonna pop up your answer is. Because somebody already went through it, they've already figured it out, and they're gonna tell you how to do it in real time. What really worked for them, what can work for you. So there is a wonderful support line on TrueHealthyMama.com. There's also resources and teaching tools online. Y'all go there. You can find printables, searchable recipes online. I went online and just found that recipe. Y'all have to try. There's lots of cooking and questions and answer videos by the sisters. If you go on the line, you'll see the sisters, and they have that New England and that New Zealand accent. It is so much fun to listen to them talk. But yeah, y'all go there and listen to them. Sign up and receive weekly True Healthy Mama podcast, special sales announcements, and product launches. Stay up to date with all things True Healthy Mama. Connect with Facebook groups, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, MeWe. MeWe, is it still around? That's what I went to their website, they've got it on there. Join Facebook group. You have True Healthy Mama. It's all spelled out, and I put that on there for you, the Facebook group. So y'all go on there. There's True Healthy Mama, there's True Healthy Mama Beginners, Menopause, and Intermittent Fasting. All right. So y'all know I got going a little bit of intermittent fasting because I've been doing intermittent fasting for 5 years. Almost. Yes, almost. October will be 5 years. But to do True Healthy Mama more than 1 meal a day. I've been trying to do 2 meals a day. And I've been trying to get my e-meals in. I go home at lunchtime and I eat me a e-sandwich. And that's my Ezekiel bread. Have you tried that Ezekiel?
I hadn't, I just got some. So,
You got it?
yes, it's in the car.
It's in the car. It is really, really good. But get it into the refrigerator or freezer though. But a little bit about intermittent fasting. So the sisters were not in favor of intermittent fasting at first. When I started 7 years ago, I had not even heard of intermittent fasting. And I don't remember that ever being mentioned anywhere in here either. But now they are entertaining the thought of a overnight, natural, over-the-night fasting schedule of 12 to 14 hours. Not 16 though, up to 14. We all do a little bit of natural fasting, if you think about it. We stop eating in the evening, and then we break for breakfast the next morning. So we all get that little bit of natural overnight fasting. So if you decide to go a little bit longer overnight of not eating, that's okay. As long as you don't skip breakfast, according to the systems, okay? They are all right for you to do some intermittent fasting, as long as it's no more than 14 hours, you still include your breakfast. For them though, it will probably still consist of breakfast, lunch, snacks, and supper. They will probably still want you to try to do that. Okay? But let me tell you what they do say about menopause though. During menopause, our insulin, our fat storing hormone rises. Okay? So we don't want to cause an even higher insulin surge during the night from our overnight eating. So after 7, 8, 9 o'clock, you still got to burn what you just consumed. If it's a low fat, then you got to burn through those carbs. If all you put in, say you just went and you ate a serving of nuts, you got to burn through that fat first, okay? So they don't, and fat is not going to raise your insulin, but you do have to watch your servings, right? So they were saying that it's okay, go for 14 hours. If you don't want to eat, say after 6:30, eat again the next morning by 8:30. That's what they suggest. Since our body needs to be digesting, repairing, and fat burning while we're sleeping, and that's not fat storing. That's where that insulin comes into play. That's what it does. It's a storing hormone. So there you have it. Permission from the sisters for a little overnight break from food. So play around with fasting is something you think you enjoy doing. I actually enjoy it. So just a little bit extra info. I don't think I've mentioned this to y'all, but when you change your dieting a little bit, anybody have any trouble going? You know what I mean? Any trouble going? I get a little stuffed up if I don't eat some carbs. What do?
Even with the coffee.
Even with coffee. I have to take, can anybody guess what I take to help me to go? Magnesium. Magnesium. Magnesium is good for depression. Magnesium is good for heart. Magnesium is good for leg cramps. But magnesium is good for constipation. And sleep, yes, and sleep. So if you have a little trouble going, start taking some magnesium. I suggest to take 250 milligrams, and then go up to 500 if you need a little bit more help. Then 750, and then up to 1,000. They say up to 1,000 is really no more going to do any good for you. You stop at 1,000, and that should help you go. If I remember correctly, you take it on an empty stomach.